is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington.
Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
On the double. Ultra. On the ball.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Walker.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll take this to... midfield before going out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
This is the tight end fan. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. The Seahawks at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Now back to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless.
Ready?
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible. But we watched it happen.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. That's complete to Sanders. A yard in the wrong direction. That's 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Like the angles of the tackles came from on that play. They secured inside, took all the cutback. The sidelines there, so he can only go so far outside. They're able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
You use your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near. And you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
2nd down at 4. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
Running right through him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Let's go.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll buy some time right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Slot man moves right. He'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Black Ultra.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Second down, here's Hurts. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and 2, Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Running left is Walker. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Take it at the 37. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Hurts. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
14 yards that time for number 14.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This to the outside, it's Sermon.
From you there, Brandon. I think we're on the same page on that, but just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. They go with the option on the 2-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember the dribbler, draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He's got his big tight end, Fan.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Hurry!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hope.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Myers for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line. So a net negative there of 4 yards. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They run with Sanders off the option. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A third quarter now at a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2 for the 1.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this time he is in. Miles Sanders with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
And he's gonna be sacked. They came after him, he couldn't get away, and this remains a 2-point game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Sanders. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Gainwell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
6, 7. Wait. Cheetah.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Got it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready.
He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way. Back to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.